We're really questioning, I guess, what the government is trying to do with this measure. I know obviously the situation in Quebec and in many other parts of the country is very serious. But this is a measure that, if it works in persuading some people to be vaccinated, we won't feel the benefits of that for at least a few weeks or months, because it takes a little while to become fully vaccinated. And I think that the concern is that even though the government has framed this as a tax, it's really a fine. It's a punishment and an attempt to compel people to be vaccinated, which is an intrusion on bodily autonomy that requires the government to be really clear about the justification and the reasons that they're going about doing this. There's a few arguments. One is that this, if you accept that this is an attempt to sort of compel people to be vaccinated, then it's an intrusion on bodily autonomy, and that would be a violation of Section 7 of the Charter, which protects life, liberty, and security of the person. This would fall under the security of the person protection. There's also potentially equality arguments about, first of all, would there be religious exemptions for people? If they're assuming there are medical exemptions, are the medical exemptions fair? Do they sort of take everyone into account that needs to be taken into account? So there might be some equality concerns. There might also be, concerns that arise depending on the mechanism for collection, and I guess the punishment if you don't pay. So are we going to end up in a situation where someone who doesn't pay these fines is in prison? Because then we have a liberty problem as well. So I think those are the main rights that are affected. And the Charter does say that, governments can limit our rights as long as they do so in a way that's reasonable. And so the question really for the government is, what's the objective of this measure? Is it a pressing and substantial one? And is this measure kind of well tailored to achieving that objective? Those are the kinds of things that the courts would look at.